Meowning friends, editor me here. Because the last episode was so long, I decided to split up the recording. So to start this episode, I will time lapse where we left off, which was where I created the new world. Enjoy! So before I proceed, I think I'm gonna update my data pack so that it shows the percentage instead of just the total minutes. And I'm also going to restart my laptop first because there's a Windows update. Alright, so now we can go on to the start of the actual episode. Morning friends! So to recap, I died in my last hardcore world because I got overconfident and jumped off the edge. So we figured out that you get reduced fall damage if you actually fall through the point and then get eaten back up to the world height limit. So yeah, that's I guess a new piece of information. Anyways, in the world 1, we've managed to enter the nether. I've also set up the sifting setup, also started the resource generation with cats, and I've made the Ars book, albeit just the novice one. Also made a nether farm, and we went ahead and made a magma crucible for lava generation, and of course we had our bulk smelter and also the press. So in this episode, I'm hoping to time-lapse my way into at least matching yesterday's progression. Remember the luggage? I'm not gonna make him in this world because he was, to be honest, more of a pain. And in this episode, I'll try to get brass, make a create workshop, get more into ours, and of course make the drawers for our storage system. And this is not in any particular order, it's just gonna be how I feel like. And of course this is not gonna limit me in what I'm gonna do in this episode. So again, as a reminder friends, this is a series where I pit my laptop against Minecraft Modpacks, and for this series I'm starting off with FTB Skies. So let's go! Something funny did happen though, so I'm gonna leave that playing at normal speed. Here I was trying to craft myself some diamond weapons to kill the mimic. But as you can see, it didn't really work out. It's a shame I had my mic off at the time, or else you'd be hearing pure comedy earlier. But anyways, back to the time lapse. So I just noticed that the AFK counter isn't working, so I'm gonna try fixing that again. Hopefully this is the last revision I need to make, so be right back. If you were watching the time lapse, then yes, a creeper did blow up the sitting setup earlier on. And we did figure out that the Cyclic's rich soil block is actually just a water block in the form of dirt. Which might be useful if you're worried about flowing water and stuff like that, or maybe farming in the nether. I haven't tried that, but it doesn't serve any other purposes. You can't till it like Farmer Delight's rich soil, so I'm guessing it doesn't fertilize anything too. Alright, I removed the head tracking thing that I added, so that it's a more thorough AFK check, but I don't have access to the control log, so I'm not actually sure what it's outputting, and it's probably a float error that's making it fail the check. Like, that's what I'm guessing anyways. But for now, I'll just remove it, and we'll see if the counter starts working again. If it's not, I'll think about it overnight and fix it in the next session, or at least before the next session. So for now, on with the time lapse. By the way, an update on the laptop's health. Uh, I can't access any of the power settings, so I'm not sure if the BIOS has underclocked or overclocked anything. Uh, or if, like, it's not the power supply because I got a new one. But thinking of it, it might have been a surge that damaged the charging port, and that's why it's not charging properly, or at least it's not inputting the correct amount of voltage or wattage. Hmm. Yeah, that's a bit concerning actually. I prefer it to be a software issue rather than a hardware issue, just because I've already sent this for repairs so many times, and at this point, it's not worth repairing it anymore, which is why I started this series to see how long it'll last. But I do love this laptop, despite it being so slow like it is right now. But anyways, uh, I'll probably just time lapse this section too then. Ah, there we go. Alright, let the time lapse begin. Oh no, I think the artifacting is happening again. Uh, that's a bit worrying. Uh, it's not been that long since the session started, so I think. Hmm. Yeah, I'll be honest, I have no idea what's causing this. Like, it's gone now. So, oh, I spoke too soon. Hmm. Well, I'll just keep on playing till uh anything happens. Anyways, resume the time lapse. Editor me here again. So I'm not gonna do a time lapse because we've already done like three in this video. So I'm just gonna skip ahead to when I start recording me playing and talking again. You're just gonna be missing about 5 minutes of gameplay anyways. So have fun! Alright, so here I'm taking a different path than I did earlier. So in the previous world, by now I'd be generating a lot of lava and then try to enter the nether. But this time, I'll try to get my storage system running first. So for that, I remember needing quartz, which you can get from sifting soul sand. Wait, oh, it's soul sand. Oops, I made netherrack. Okay, so netherrack isn't too bad too. Let's see what we get from crushing this thing, from sifting the crushed version. Uh, so we get these trees. So yeah, it's not that useful. So I'm gonna replace that with. Okay, a baby creeper exploded earlier, so I'm a bit jumpy. I'm gonna replace this back with sand so we can keep on making dust. That way we can get more redstone and bone meal so I can start Botania. Uh, other than that, yeah, other than that, I'm not rushing for the nether, and I'm just gonna try and get to souls and sifting as soon as possible. So I got myself the soul sand, went AFK to get more resources, finally got started with Botania, then fought more mimics, and finally, after about 20 minutes, so I've reached the point where I can make mana steel, like soon. While waiting for the flowers, I've been checking my code and I realized that there's a small mistake there. So that's why the score isn't updating. So I can either enter open land to get access to commands, so I can do slash reload, because I think you can't do that. Yeah, you can't do that without being in cheat mode. Or I can just restart my client. And seeing the artifacting happening, I think I'll just outright restart my laptop one more time. So, be right back. And if I'm not back, this will be part of the next episode. So, yeah. And I did in fact not come back. So, we'll be ending the episode here. Thank you for watching, friends. Sorry for the short episode. And see you for the next one. Bye.